Okay, you're at the Watchman Way. July 9th, 2020. Where am I going to start today? Only 1% of Americans live in nursing homes, but this group accounts for 40% of the virus deaths. What does that tell you? This is a joke. This is less dangerous than the flu. The liberal slash Democrat slash globalist slash deep state destroyed the worldwide economy over the flu. And we know why. It's 100% to get President Trump out of office. The problem is it's not going to work. It's too late. The damage has been done. They're finished. Not a damn thing they can do to change what's coming. And what's coming is first ever worldwide economic collapse, the worldwide draining of the swamp, the exposure and eradication of satanic pedophiles. All these things God showed me in 2014. We're the only ones been talking about it since then. I mean, there's other people that have maybe covered the pedophilia. Some have covered the economy. Some have covered the swamp. Nobody's covered everything that we've been covering. And been right. That's the beautiful thing, is that everything God showed me over 5 years ago is happening right now. We're right in the middle of it. Anyone who doesn't see it, please reach out. I'll explain it to you. Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank. Oh boy, you can't make this up. Deutsche Bank, the most systemically dangerous bank in the world. I think they had, at one point, they had over 50 trillion in derivatives. A bank that's bankrupt, who's holding $50 trillion worth of derivatives, that if they made the wrong trade, where's a bankrupt bank going to come up with the money to cover their losses? Anyway, they're on the verge of bankruptcy. Guess what? They just got fined $150 million for their ties to Jeffrey Epstein. It just keeps getting better. I keep saying, guys, every day there's more stuff that shows that this is over. We're in the middle of it. This is like the cleanup phase. And things are going to be announced pretty damn quick. So hang in there. Listen, I got off the phone this morning with, was on the phone this morning with a member. I think relatively new, within the last couple of months, I think, who was distraught, panicked, worried, because she didn't understand what she should be doing, exactly what's happening. And the thing is, she had some assets, so she had a lot of options. There is nothing to be distraught about. There's nothing to be upset about, especially if you have some assets. You know, she didn't have a ton, but she had enough where she could put 1,000 down on Litecoin, 1,000 down on silver, and still have enough to pay your monthly expenses for like 3 months. At least 2. And of course, you can still draw our Litecoin out. So there, I mean, she was able to buy over 20 Litecoin. She could be a multimillionaire in 4 years. Why would you be distraught? I know why. It's because of the fear porn that is on the mainstream 24/7. Even on Fox. It's meant to impact your mental health. It's meant to get you second guessing what's going on. It's meant to distract you and get you off your game. Turn the shit off. Fox News, CNN, turn it all off. I would recommend everybody turn the frickin' TV off until this thing blows over. Because this is what's getting to you. You're letting them get to you through the frickin' TV. And, you think you're watching Fox, so you're doing something good. Not if it's getting you wound up about stupid shit, because Fox is giving you a fraction. When was the last time you heard Fox talk about satanic pedophilia? Or the economy tanking? They're not covering the real news. They're covering the bullshit news to affect you, to get to you. It's all a psyop. Don't fall for it. It's what good are you getting from? And I look at this stuff, and it's lie after lie after lie. Why would you even watch it? You're killing yourselves for no reason. Turn it off. There we go. More fear porn. U.S. reports another single-day jump in virus cases. There's less than 12 million worldwide. 7.5 billion people. And there's less than 12 million worldwide. This is less dangerous than the flu. I watched a video earlier today. There are still people who are worried about this thing. And I'm talking about, now I'm not talking about 90-year-olds. I'm talking about people in their 30s and 40s that are worried about the virus. Freaking sheep. Anyone who's worried about the virus after looking at the numbers, the inflated numbers, it's less dangerous than the flu. Why would you be fearful? Have you ever gotten the flu before? It's because you're watching CNN. Got to start using your heads, guys. Turn the crap off. Turn the mainstream media off. Turn the TV off. POTUS rages after Supreme Court tax ruling. Political prosecution. We know the Supreme Court's dirty. They basically ordered Deutsche Bank to turn over his tax records, which is, I think, way overstepping their bounds. And it's irrelevant. I think he was just fighting them because he's well, here's the other thing. Just to fight him. But you know who it's going to? Now think about this for a second. The Southern District of New York. The Southern District of New York, where they just fired the hack last week, Berman, the guy who's given the Clintons the pass, the guy who was going to try and go after President Trump, got fired last week. The week before, he's going to get the documents that he wanted. What have I told you about President Trump being 10 steps ahead of these guys every single time? Good luck with that. Now, there's a patriot sitting in that seat who's not interested in going after our greatest president, bar none. Another hate crime hoax. Oregon politician admits to mailing himself a racist letter. Jonathan Lopez, 29. This guy should be prosecuted and should be banned from ever holding public office. Is this the kind of guy, and we know how bad a job the citizens have done in our due diligence to make sure that we get rid of guys like this. This guy should not be allowed to hold public office. You pull a stunt like this, see ya. Should be banned from politics for life. And should go to jail. And I'm sure here he had to file some kind of false police report. That's a crime, you know. Misdemeanor, I think. But damn sure. You know, this is what we sunk to. Flynn judge, this guy's going to go to jail. Flynn judge defies the appeals court, asks for full review of order to drop case. Fire his ass. Flat fire him. The appeals court ordered this guy to drop the case. That's it. It's over. You know, he wants to play this bullshit outside the lines, do whatever you want. You got away with that shit when Obama was president. Time to chop him. You disobey a higher court, termination, and maybe prosecution. Because it's obvious there's bias here, and probably much worse. Bordering on treason. You know, he tried to push through an unlawful prosecution. There's no room for that in our judicial system. No room. Stock slide as Biden vows to end shareholder capitalism. Jesus. Raise corporate tax rate to 28%. Now think about this. This jerk, well, I think he understands he can't win the election. But he can collapse the economy maybe if he talks enough about stuff like this. They're desperate. Illustrated by a story coming up here. Amid geopolitical chaos, TikTok mysteriously goes down across the US and UK. Could it be the White Hats at work? TikTok is what, you know, BLM Antifa like to use for their propaganda machine, I guess. Something's going on. S&P forecast 2.1 trillion where am I? 2.1 trillion in global bank credit losses over the next 2 years. They're saying it's only going to be 2.1 trillion. I've got a surprise for you. Multiply that by 10. Nobody's paying this money back. There's a world record debt. It's in America, just in America, our debt, people trying to tell you it's 23 or 24 trillion dollars. Try over actually I think with everything, when you figure in all the money they found that was gone, they found 25 trillion. Dr. Mark Skidmore and Catherine Austin Fitts in the HUD and Department of Defense budgets, 23 or 24 trillion missing on top of the deficit. So now we're at 50 trillion. And then you add in the unfunded liabilities of Medicare and Social Security. We're every bit of 250 trillion. Is the U.S. debt alone? And they think it's going to be 2.1 trillion is all they're going to get hit on bad loans. Sorry, guys. Nobody's paying the money back. Yeah, they wish it was only 2.1 trillion. This is their pipe dream. It would be 2.1 trillion. Not going to happen. New York City Mayor de Blasio helps paint Black Lives Matter outside Trump Towers. This is how desperate they are. This is all they got left. Painting Black Lives Matter in front of Trump Towers. This childish act is all they got left. This is drying up. The riots, the civil unrest, they're running out of money. They're running out of heart. They're getting their ass kicked at every turn. Antifa, BLM I'm talking about. We've seen the worst of this. This is the kind of stuff we're going to see the next few weeks until this all ends. This clown show, this lame attempt to do what? It's embarrassing. This is all they got left. Amazing stuff. Wells Fargo now demands clients who refi jumbo mortgages, they've got to have at least $1 million in deposits to get a jumbo loan. Why the hell do you get a loan? I'm gonna get a loan so I can pay you interest when I've got the cash there anyway. If we got to have it, I mean, Jesus. Listen. Forget, the credit market's done. They're finished. They got nothing left. They got nothing to give. And people are starting to get smart, and they're pulling all the cash out they can. So, where do you think this is headed? It's not going to go well for the economy. And that's okay. The economy is going to come down. It's a mathematical certainty. It has to come down. God wants it to come down. President Trump wants it to come down. It's all about the timing. Oh, and I want to clear something up too, because I saw some posts yesterday or over the last few days about, the potential issues when this all goes down. Listen, we want extra food, extra water, medical supplies, ammo, physical, silver, and Litecoin. If you have those things, you're going to thrive through this. I do not believe in America that hardly any of us are going to have to fire a shot. 1% maximum, I believe, is ever going to have to fire a shot through this process. I believe we're going to get it through it pretty cleanly. President Trump is ready for this. Now, if it was Democratic leadership, it was somebody like Biden or Obama, forget it. It would have been full scale. President Trump is ready. I don't think we have to worry about anybody kicking in our front doors. Now, we have to be ready for that possibility. We have to think about that possibility. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be very limited basis that happens. Like I said, I believe less than 1% of Americans will have to fire a shot through this process till we get through to the recovery. We might be talking about a year, give or take, until I think we get to the other side where we're starting to pick up some steam. Now, I think that's what it's going to take, a year to two. Not going to happen overnight, but it's also not going to be, I don't expect it to be inherently violent. I don't expect to see a lot of civil unrest because we're taking down the bad guys. We're cutting off their money supply. There's nothing in it for them anymore except for long prison terms. And they're not liking it because Obama's not driving the bus anymore. President Trump is, and he's having Barr drop the hammer. And they don't like being charged looking at a 10-year sentence that they're going to get. They've got video on these guys. They're idiots. They had to know this was going to come at some point. We think we're just going to let you run amok and destroy our country? No. President Trump did a little bit, but that was to destroy the Democratic Party because he gave them what they wanted. Okay, you want this crap? Try it out. See how you like it. They're not liking it. The Democrats are leaving the Democratic Party by the thousands every day, abandoning that shipwreck. They got nothing left. They got no ideas. They got nobody with any talent. Nobody that can win an election. And we got the corruption of our economic system, swamp, and the pedophiles being exposed and eradicated. How do you think it's going to go when people see the videos of Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Obama, the Bushes, the Pope, Prince Andrew, and the royal family torturing and murdering children? How do you think that's going to go? What do you think is going to happen then? How do you think the 2020 election is going to go? I mean, Jesus. The CIA's already run studies on this. 3 to 5% maximum is all that would support this horror. And they're not going to be talking about it, trust me. They're going to keep their freaking mouths shut because they don't want that tag on them right now with the anger and the just think about if you lost a kid in the last 10 years and you learned about all this stuff now, about the CIA snatching kids off the street and the FBI covering it up, about the CIA running breeding farms for humans, the cute kids they sold into child sex trafficking, and the homely kids they sold for organ harvesting, body parts. That's our CIA and FBI. No V-shaped recovery for the airlines. Ticket sales re-slump as second wave strikes sentiment. The second wave of the flu. I don't believe, well, here's the only thing you can say is that most of these companies are on the globalist agenda. That's the only reason this hasn't been challenged by a major company. I can tell you, I'd have been in court day one. This is unconstitutional. The crap they're doing, they can't do. If they were challenged, they'd lose this. And the thing is, this is critical for most businesses. You know, you better get on this or you're going to lose your business. As we've seen the last few days, there's tens of thousands of businesses going down when you look at everything. I mean, what they say, over 50% of the restaurants in America are done. Just think about that number. I mean, it's a tough business anyway. The restaurant business, it's a tough business. And to throw this crap on top of it, where your costs are going up and your revenue's going down. I mean, they can't make it on how they're open now. They need to cut the crap. No masks, no restrictions. Wide open. Business as usual. That's coming. And I think it might be coming this month. And it's not going to go into the fall. I just don't see it going. You know, I think schools are opening back up in August, September. I think we're going to get back to normal here. I just don't see President Trump letting this go very much longer. I think the damage has been done to both the mainstream media and the Democratic Party. We'll see. Stock slide. U.S. finalizing Fed contract ban for companies using Huawei and other Chinese tech giants, Hikvision and Dawei. Went down 300 and something points today, thanks to news on China. Rabobank. Here's a good one. Central banks need to get the grannies to dive into stocks. Think about these criminals. The last people that are saving, they're trying to coerce, herd them into the stock market because they want it all. They want it all. They want to steal as much of our money as they can in this collapse. The problem for them is it's not going to work this time because every single one of them is going to have their assets seized by President Trump. Look up the executive order 1221-17. Allows the federal government to seize the assets of any corporation or individual involved in human trafficking or corruption. That means basically every company in America right now, or the ones that we want, like Amazon, Facebook, Twitter, Google, all going down. Their assets are going to be seized. Soros, Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all going to have their assets seized. The Bushes, Obamas, the Clintons, anybody you can name, Schiff, Schumer, Newsom, Governor of California, Cuomo, Governor of New York, all going to have their assets seized. Half the politicians, half the state politicians in New York and California, New Jersey, these liberal strongholds, going to prison. Gitmo, baby. What? It's 500,000 worldwide. 500,000 are being arrested right now. Okay. Let's see what we got for questions. Carla, how you doing? Laura, hello. Laura said she should talk to her brother more often. He's more prepared than she is. Well, that's a good thing, Laura. Chelsea, how you doing? Texas is divided, I bet. Barbara, how you doing? Lynn, hello. Todd, hello. Timothy, what's up? Jessica, hello. Todd bought 4 rolls of dimes today at the bank. Yeah, listen, guys, don't get your dimes at the bank. You're buying dimes. They got to be 1964 or older. 1964 or older. A roll of dimes is going to cost you about $90. They're about $1.25 a piece, $1.30 a piece right now. Dennis, what's up? Paul, what's up? I went to a restaurant in California today. The only people wearing masks were the waitresses. None of the, which kind of surprised me. None of the patrons were wearing masks. Amanda, how you doing? Yeah, I'm disappointed in Texas also, guys. Texas should not be caving like this. Abbott just, in my opinion, Abbott's done. He needs to be done. I don't give a shit what his excuse is. He needs to be voted out of office. Jeff, what's up? Phil, hello. Roxanne and Mr. Bandit. Jerry and his other twin brother, Gary. Jerry, have you gotten a hold of Kevin yet? I thought you wanted to help. Let me know. Bill, what's up? Well, Bill's saying that Abbott has a challenger. Well, I'll guarantee you he's going to have a challenger now. Susie, how you doing? Chelsea wants to know why the BLM militant group in Georgia wasn't anywhere on the news. That might be a good thing that they're not covering it. Tana, how you doing? Danny from Canada, what's up? No, it's not healthy to wear the reason they want you to wear a mask is because it causes pleurisy. It's not good for you. And it does zero to protect you or anyone else. It's a total fraud. These masks were a fraud from day one. They don't do anything. They do zero to protect you or anyone else. 6 weeks of food is what I would recommend right now. The government actually says 6 months, but I think 6 weeks would be plenty. Buy more if you can. Remember, you may have to give some away to friends and relatives. Tiffany, what's up? Terry, hello. I get enough, I think, 25 people for 6 months. But I don't recommend you guys get that. I don't think you need it. I don't think anybody in America starves, whether they're prepared or not. I think President Trump's on top of this. Good job, Dennis. Ryan, what's up? They don't have the CIA. The deep state does not have the CIA. CIA's been neutralized. Don't worry about it, Gary. They have some assets, I believe, outside the country. I think that's what's been going on in Iran. But they don't control the CIA anymore. That's long over. Jeff, what's up? And remember, there was really kind of two CIAs. There was the main CIA, and then there was the deep state CIA. Seattle workers. Oh yeah. Told their being white was offensive, and they needed to stop being secure with their job. Oh Jesus, this is this is comical. It's so ridiculous, guys. There is no second wave. Look at the death rates going down. They've got Ray Lynn saying Trump insiders are pissed at Barr's statement. What statement is that, Ray Lynn? Tony, what's up? Yeah, and there is no second wave. It's a joke. It's their dream is a second wave. It's not coming, and people are fed up. People understand now. I mean, the majority of people that this is a joke. It's not what they said it was. They're not afraid of it, or they're losing fear every day. How's it going, David? Good job, Terry. I would even go and say, screw it. Just stay open. Let them do what they're going to do. Listen, they cannot fine you. I mean, they can give you a fine, but legally, just because a governor or the mayor said so, that's unconstitutional. This is way overstepping. Plus, you got a hell of a lawsuit against them. Now, they're all broke. You're probably not going to get anything. I would be defying the orders. And these sheriffs have got to start stepping up. Because, listen, nothing happens in a county. The sheriff is the most powerful law enforcement officer in any county. If he says we're not doing it and it won't be enforced, that's the way it goes on something like this. Because it is clearly unconstitutional. Yeah, still waiting on Barr's statement. All that I've heard Barr say was that he was going after people. Does it have something to do with POTUS's tax returns? David said they lost a fisherman up in Alaska, drowned trying to save his son. Sad. Prayers. Yeah, listen, don't be on the fence with Barr yet. So far, so good. FBI found 256 emails between Adam Schiff and Jeffrey Epstein. This is going to get good. Mansfield, how you doing? Ron, hello. Vicky, hello. And they don't have to be Roosevelt dimes either. Roosevelt or... Oh, hell. As long as they're 1964 or older, you're okay. But don't worry about what actual dime they are. The other one's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I would not buy any nickels, guys. Dimes. The problem with the nickel, it's harder to trim. Buy dimes. Stay away from nickels. Good job, Dennis. Turn it up. Yeah, I can't believe that's going on in Florida. That's another jackass down there. Well, the whole world's in turmoil, guys. Um, Phil's saying Australia. That's the whole world. Uh, Kevin's phone number 702-325-9258. Kevin Owens. Again, 702-325-9258. D, how you doing? Aaron, hello. Yeah, this Florida thing. That's supposed to be a red state, right? Time to drop this crap. Rob and Britt, how you doing? Load up on vitamins. Good idea. Load up on your colloidal silver. Load up on your carbon 60, guys. Get a couple of months worth. Litecoin, best place is Coinbase.com. Either Coinbase.com or Gemini.com for Litecoin. All the websites will be listed in the comment section. UN is done. Forget about the UN. Listen, the UN's going to go the way of the World Health Organization. UN's done. I think NATO's done. CDC, CIA, Fed, IRS, all done. I hope many other agencies like the Department of Education needs to be done. The good thing about this, the economy going bankrupt in the country, it gives President Trump free reign. He can cut whatever he wants because he has to, because we can't pay it anymore. That's what we need. Chop it all. 50% of the American government's workforce should be eliminated. Our founders are rolling over in their graves when they see the size of our government. Their whole argument was small government, and look what we've got. It's a monstrosity. Not for our benefit either. Lisa, how you doing? Carla. Okay, listen. So Barr saying that there are delays. They don't want the Durham report to be political, so it's possible there may not be anything to bring out until after the election. But then I saw a statement yesterday, the day before. They're saying that there may be arrest by, I think Labor Day is what they said. If like I've been saying they can't get too close to the election. That's why I thought mid-July would be the latest they could go. They could still arrest people in July and be okay. I don't think they go October for sure. September might even be tough. But they could damn sure arrest people in July. Let's see how it plays out. I'm not jumping to any conclusions right now. I want to see how this plays out at least through Labor Day. If we go to Labor Day, it's probably going to go through the election. We'll see how that goes. I've said all along I'd be nervous because the deep state can still collapse the economy.